Let your mind relax as we enter tonight's comforting tale together. Petunia and Muck's Unbreakable Bond. This story is about the unbreakable bond of companionship between a kind-hearted girl named Petunia and a mystical phoenix named Muck. Once upon a time, in a lush village, surrounded by emerald green hills, lived a kind-hearted girl named Petunia. She had always been fond of the mystical creatures that the villagers spoke tales of. Till one day, while wandering in the forest humming her favorite tunes, Petunia stumbled upon a wounded phoenix with magnificent crimson and gold feathers. The phoenix, graceful even in its helpless state, looked at her with eyes full of life and hope. Petunia's heart swelled with compassion. She decided to take the phoenix home, naming it Muck. Weeks passed, and Petunia nursed Muck back to health with unwavering dedication. She would feed him the choicest grains and treated his wounds with herbal balms she had learned to make from her grandmother. Gradually, Muck regained his splendid form, his feathers gleaming more resplendent than ever. Grateful, Muck decided to stay with Petunia as her faithful companion. The two became inseparable, their bond growing stronger each day. Petunia and Muck would explore the forest together, sharing stories and discovering hidden treasures within nature. Each evening, Muck would light up Petunia's humble cottage with a gentle flame from his beak, filling it with warmth. The villagers marveled at their friendship, often visiting Petunia's home to witness the magical bird. On days of celebration in the village, Muck would perform dazzling sky dances, leaving trails of sparkling embers spelling out wishes of happiness and prosperity for all. Petunia felt an immense joy, knowing Muck's presence brought wonder and hope to everyone. Despite the unimaginable adventures they could have had, they preferred the simple pleasures of each other's company. They found happiness in the rustling leaves, the songs of the river, and the starry nights that followed peaceful days. Their companionship was a testament to the healing power of kindness and the beauty of shared moments. A bond like theirs was rare and precious, unbreakable by time or circumstance. Petunia and Muck lived long, joyous lives, forever grateful for the day their paths had crossed. Our next story is here to warm your heart. Paint and Orchid, a tale of books and friendship. This story is about Sedge and his loyal puppy Orchid, who bond over their shared love of books and discover the magic of friendship and imagination through their reading adventures. Sedge lived in a small and picturesque village surrounded by rolling hills and lush, green meadows. His cottage was filled with countless books, each one a portal to another world. Sedge loved to spend his evenings curled up in a cozy armchair by the fireplace, diving into the pages of a new adventure. One summer evening, as the sun set in a blaze of orange and pink, Sedge noticed a small puppy wandering near his garden gate. The puppy, with its soft fur and bright eyes, seemed lost and in need of a friend. Sedge gently called out to the puppy, and it bounded over with enthusiasm. Sedge named the puppy Orchid, inspired by the delicate flowers that grew abundantly in his garden. Orchid quickly became Sedge's loyal companion, always by his side as he read his books and tended to his garden. One rainy afternoon, Sedge decided to read a special book to Orchid. This book was about a brave knight and his trusty canine companion who embarked on a quest to find a hidden treasure. As Sedge read aloud, Orchid's ears perked up and her tail wagged with excitement. They both felt as if they were part of the story, adventuring together through enchanted forests and across vast deserts. Days turned into weeks, and Sedge and Orchid continued to share many stories. They explored tales of pirates sailing the high seas, of dragons guarding ancient castles, and of wise old wizards casting powerful spells. Each story brought them closer together, strengthening their bond of friendship. One day, while exploring the attic, Sedge discovered an old, dusty book that he had never seen before. The cover was intricately designed, with gold lettering and mysterious symbols. Curiosity piqued, Sedge carefully opened the book and began to read. The book told the tale of a magical land, where animals could speak and books held the key to unlocking ancient secrets. Fascinated, Sedge and Orchid spent hours poring over the pages, discovering the wisdom and wonder hidden within. As they read, they imagined themselves in that magical land, meeting talking animals and uncovering old secrets. Their imaginations soared, and they realized that even though they were in their cozy cottage, their minds could take them anywhere they wished to go. That night, with Orchid nestled by his side, Sedge fell asleep with the magical book still open on his lap. He dreamed of far-off places and fantastic adventures, secure in the knowledge that he could always return to the world of books, where his imagination and friendship with Ori knew no bounds. Let's wander into the next comforting tale. Nymphea and Salvia, the Promise of the River. This story is about a heartfelt promise between a human named Nymphea and a river nymph named Salvia, and how their unbroken bond brings salvation to a village in dire need. In a small village nestled between emerald hills and a shimmering river, there lived a young woman named Nymphea. Her heart was as pure as the water that flowed through the village, and she spent her days tending to the fields and helping her neighbors. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon and painted the sky in hues of pink and gold, Nymphea went to the river to collect water. As she knelt by the riverbank, a soft, melodious voice called out her name. Startled, she looked around and saw a graceful figure emerging from the water. This was Salvia, the river nymph, whose eyes sparkled like the river under the moonlight. Nymphea and Salvia quickly became friends, sharing stories and laughter by the water's edge. Salvia revealed the secrets of the river, teaching Nymphea about the hidden currents and the ancient trees that whispered their wisdom. One night, under a sky filled with twinkling stars, Salvia made a promise. Whenever you need help, call my name and I will come, she said, her voice as soothing as the night breeze. Promise me, we'll never break this bond of trust. Nymphea, moved by her friend's sincerity, promised never to forget her. Seasons passed, and their friendship grew stronger. One day, a terrible drought struck the village. The river, once full of life, dried up, and the villagers began to despair. Nymphea, remembering Salvia's promise, went to the riverbed and whispered, "Salvia, my friend, we need you." Almost immediately, the river began to stir. Salvia appeared, her presence bringing a sense of calm. She spoke to the skies and soon, rain began to fall, rejuvenating the parched land. The village rejoiced, and they never forgot the miracle that saved them. Nymphea and Salvia continued their friendship, bound by the promise they had made. Their story became a beloved legend, reminding everyone of the power of keeping promises and the magic of true friendship. Let's wander softly into another story. Veronica and Hannah, a century of friendship. This story is about the heartwarming friendship between a kind-hearted woman named Veronica and a small but determined ant named Hannah, who together create a sanctuary of love and care in a beautiful garden. Once upon a time, in a small quaint village nestled between lush hills and flowing streams, there lived a kind-hearted woman named Veronica. Veronica's garden was her sanctuary, a place where serenity could be found amidst a sea of vibrant flowers and chirping birds. Every day, she would tend to her plants with loving care, ensuring each petal and leaf thrive. Among the myriad of creatures that visited her garden, there was an ant named Hannah. Hannah was smaller than her fellow ants, often overlooked, but she had a heart full of wonder and longing. One sunny afternoon, as Veronica was watering her azaleas, she noticed Hannah struggling to carry a crumb back to her nest. Intrigued by the tiny ant-sized determination, Veronica gently placed a finger beside Hannah, offering help. Hannah hesitated for a moment, but then climbed onto Veronica's hand, feeling the warmth of human kindness for the first time. Veronica and Hannah quickly formed an unusual but strong bond. Every day, Hannah would find her way to Veronica's garden, helping her in small, yet significant ways. From moving small pebbles to aerating the soil with tiny tunnels, Hannah became an irreplaceable helper. Veronica loved telling Hannah stories about far-off lands, magical places, and great adventures. Though Hannah could not speak human words, she eagerly listened, her tiny antennae twitching in excitement. One day, a heavy storm struck the village, and Veronica's garden was in peril. Floodwaters threatened to wash away the plants she had so lovingly nurtured. Desperate to save her sanctuary, Veronica worked tirelessly to build barriers, but the water was too strong. In that moment, Hannah called upon her ant friends. Hundreds of ants rallied together, building a fortress of twigs and leaves round the most delicate flowers. Their combined efforts created a shield that redirected the water flow, saving the garden from destruction. Veronica was amazed and grateful beyond words. As the storm passed and the skies cleared, a beautiful rainbow stretched across the horizon. Veronica sat in her garden, her safe sanctuary, with Hannah by her side. She realized that true sanctuaries are not just places, but the people and creatures who make them special. From that day forward, the bond between Veronica and Hannah grew even stronger. They continued to work together, creating a haven of peace and beauty. Veronica's garden flourished, and so did their friendship, which became an enduring tale in the village. And so, Veronica, the kind-hearted gardener, and Hannah, the tiny ant with a big heart, taught everyone that no creature is too small to make a difference, and that a sanctuary is a place where love and care transcend size and species. Until we meet again, sleep peacefully.